How's it going, everyone? Happy evening. Hope everyone's well. I thought I'd do a quick little video on a little subject that's important to me. Now, this video is about methionine. I'm going to explain what it is, some of the important things of it, and why it benefits some people, but then others, it's completely opposite. So I've got my laptop open over here. I'm going to have a quick read of it. I'm not being rude, but I want to turn away from the screen when I'm reading. So hopefully you learn a little bit something from this. So, methionine is an amino acid found in many proteins, including the proteins in foods and those found in the tissues and organs of your body. In addition to being a building block for the proteins, it has several other unique features. One of these is its ability to be converted into important sulfur-containing molecules. Okay, there we go. Sulfur-containing molecules have a variety of functions, including the protection of your tissues, modifying your DNA, and maintaining proper functioning of your cells. So it's really important. These important molecules must be made from amino acids that contain sulfur. Of the amino acids used to make these proteins in the body, only methionine and cysteine contain sulfur. Although your body can produce the amino acid cysteine on its own, methionine must come from your diet. So I just say methionine is important. We need it. It must come from your diet. Your body won't produce it by itself. You need to intake your stuff. So you need proteins. So you need your fish, your meats, your egg, your dairy, stuff like that, high protein foods. Now, every advert you see, your diet adverts, and you go to your doctors, they'll always say, best thing for a diet, high protein meals, high protein foods. It's important. So it's right there, it's important. Now, there's a lot more stuff on that goes on about how important methionine is for your system, what you need it for. And again, as I say, your body does not produce this by itself. You have to intake it. So you need it. So I know you're thinking, okay, if it's important, more protein, high protein diets, great, let's get that methionine in our system. Here's the thing. There's people in this world with a condition called Homocystinuria, or HCU for short. Now, they're completely opposite, because methionine for them is actually bad. Now, although it says on the thing it's good for you, you do need it. You actually do need it. Regardless whether you got HCU or not, you do need it. But methionine for people with HCU doesn't get absorbed into their body. It's quite slow. If it does get absorbed, it's really slow. So it builds up. And the more food you're eating with protein in, that builds up and builds up and builds up. And the body can't cope. And it causes a lot of medical complications. It can cause some that are very, very dangerous, So how do they mitigate against that? They can't exactly just go and say, I'm not eating protein ever again, because you do need protein. Everyone needs protein. You need protein to live. You need that to break down amino acids. And unfortunately, you do need methionine. You do. So what do? They have a very low protein diet where they're allowed a limited amount of actual protein a day that comes from these protein sources like fish, dairy, eggs, stuff like that, but it's limited. It's very small, a piece of meat, say, or half an egg, stuff like that. But they also have like a supplement that goes alongside that, which is a protein substitute, but with the methionine and the things that are bad for them taken out. So they still have the proteins that they need, but it's limited to the methionine. It's taken out, extracted from it. So it's a weird one. You get told you need methionine to live. You do, you need it. I mean, even people with HCU need methionine, but they give you a low protein amount to say you're allowed natural proteins, like from your diet, without the supplements, because you do need methionine. You can't just say, you can't just go away and say, I'm not having that any sort of diet proteins that may contain methionine, because it's bad for people with HCU. You need it. So you have a small amount of protein that has that methionine in you, so that your system can have some of it that it can absorb, because it absorbs it really, really slow. And then to increase your protein, you have the protein supplements with the methionine taken out. I hope this has been beneficial for anyone, especially people with rare conditions or rare diseases, rare metabolic stuff like HCU. For people in general, maybe it's enhanced your knowledge a little bit more. So that was a little brief chat for people about methionine. Thanks for listening, everyone.